Good morning, all of you. Welcome to today's English class. Today, we are going to start the last part of the poem, The Tale of Custard the Dragon, written by the poet Ogden Nash. So, we'll start with stanza 8. Pistol in his left hand, pistol in his right, and he held in his teeth a cutlass bright. His beard was black, one leg was wood. It was clear that the pirate meant no good. So, up to this, we studied that the pirate was coming through the window, and all the pets, along with Belinda, were afraid of pirate because pirate was having pistol in his left hand as well as in his right hand, and he held one more weapon, that was a knife, bright knife in his teeth, and his beard was black. He was having one leg wood. Wood means artificial, like, or with the help of uh, something wood attached with the leg, he was walking, and it was clear that pirate meant no good. When they saw, it was clear that pirate had come for no good. It means the pirate was he was coming, he was looking very terrifying, he was looking very dangerous, he was looking very uh, repulsive, or we can say he was looking that he was coming to give harm to them. So the pirate had one pistol in left hand and one pistol in his right hand, and a cutlass, that is a small sword or a big knife, held between his teeth. He also had a black beard and a wooden leg. It was clear that the pirate was dangerous. See the figure of speech in stanza 8. There is alliteration, pistol P, and here pistol P. Then he held H, H. Then beard black B, B. And that T, the T. What is the rhyme scheme here? It is right, bright, AA, wood, good, BB. Now let's move to the stanza number 9. Belinda paled and she cried, "Help, help!" But Mustard fled with a terrified yell. Ink trickled down to the bottom of the household, and little Mouse blinked strategically mousehold. So what happened? All were running to their particular places. Belinda became yellow due to fear, and then she started crying, "Help, help." Mustard ran away, producing a terrified cry. Terrified yelp means fearful cry. Ink trickled down means ink was also moving down the stairs, and the bottom of the household it moved. And the little mouse blink strategically means very cleverly move towards household. All the pets were running towards their particular places. All the pets were afraid of pirate. Even Belinda was afraid of pirate, and she got yellow. Belinda turned pale with fear. She started to cry for help. Mustard ran away in fear. Ink hid in the basement, and Blink went into his mouse hole. Glossary of the stanza 9. Pale means terrified, fled, ran away, yelped, barked, trickled down. Here in the stanza means went down, and strategically means very cleverly. Figure of speech is here alliteration. Where is alliteration? In line 3rd, trickled, T, and the T. And in other lines we can see uh, again trickled to and the means tickle to the and then again the. Now let's move to the stanza 10. But up jumped Custard, snorting like an engine, clashed his tail like irons from in a dungeon. With a clatter and a clank and a jangling squirm, he went at the pirate like a robin at a worm. Now all ran away, but Custard jumped up, and it was producing sound like an engine because it was very angry and it was going to attack the pirate. In his anger, he clashed means strike his tail. He strikes his tail like iron rods in a dungeon. What is dungeon here? It is a room where we used to melt iron, or we can say a small room where we will be having the fireplace to melt iron rods. With a clatter and a clank and a jangling squirm. So clatter, clank and jangling. These all are the types of sound created by Custard. Clatter and a clank means a sound of iron striking. Jangling means a sound of iron rod. And all these sounds are produced when his tail was striking or his body was striking here and there in anger. He went at pirate. Went means he went to attack the pirate. Like a robin is a bird here. Like robin attacks worm without failure of attack, without any mistake. So it was accurate attack by Custard on pirate. Custard surprised everyone with his actions. He jumped up and started snorting in anger like an engine. Then he beat his tail against the floor that made the sound like the metal chains in a dungeon being clashed against one another. Finally, he ran towards the pirate and attacked him in the same way as the robin bird pounces upon a worm. So, what is here? Figure of speech. Figure of speeches are three: onomatopoeia, alliteration, and simile. So, what is onomatopoeia? These are the words which represent sound, or we can say sound indicator, the words which are related to sound. In this figure of speech, the sound suggests the sense of meaning, the sense or meaning of the word. For example, the cat mews. So from the mew word, we can guess if we hear only mew word, or if we hear the word hissing, we can guess that surely there will be cat or surely there will be snake, because hissing word is there. The bees are buzzing. Buzzing word is here. So from the word buzzing, from the sound, we can guess that bees will be there. So here onomatopoeia is the word in the line. Which line? Clatter, clank and jangling. These are the words which give us the sense of or meaning of something produced sound. Now next is alliteration. So where is alliteration here? It is in which line? C. Again clatter C and clank C and at in last line. The third figure of speech is simile. Like is used here in the last line. Also in the second line like is used. So it is here simile. So let's revise the paraphrase. Custard surprised everyone with his actions. He jumped up and started snorting like in anger like an engine. Then he beat his tail against the floor that made the sound like the metal chains in a dungeon being clashed against one another. Finally, he ran towards the pirate and attacked him in the same way as the robin bird pounces upon a worm. So, glossary of stanza 10 has been given here. Let's move to stanza 11. The pirate gaped at Belinda's dragon and gulped some grog from his pocket flagon. He fired two bullets and they didn't hit, and Clustered gobbled him every bit. So what happened? Pirate gaped at Belinda's dragon. Gape means looked with surprise. And gulped some grog. Gulp means swallowed. Grog means here a type of liquid. From his pocket, which was in flagon means a type of bottle, you can say, or container. So pirate was getting ready to attack dragon. How was he getting ready? He was swallowing some liquid. He took out a container from his pocket and he took that drink. Then he fired two bullets from right hand with the right hand and from the with the left hand, and in both the hands he was having pistol, but he didn't hit. But the bullets did not hit Custard. And the Custard, now whose turn was there to attack? Custard turn was there. Now Custard attacked and gobbled, ate him. Every bit means every part of his body, means completely he ate the pirate. And what happened? Pirate died. The pirate reacted to Custard. He stared at Custard, the dragon, helplessly and drank alcohol from his flagon. He fired two bullets at Custard with his pistol but missed. Finally, Custard ate him up in one bite. Glossary of stanza 11 has been given here. Figure of speech is here. Alliteration. In which line? Gulped, G, grog, G, and in next line, hit and he. Now stanza 12. Belinda embraced him, means hugged him. Who is him here? Custard. All are praising Custard. Mustard legged him. Leg means spread, or we can say with the tongue, passing the tongue over the body is licking. No one mourned means cried for his pirate victim. The victim who was pirate, nobody cried over his death. Ink and blink in glee did gyrate. Glee means in happiness. Gyrate means started moving like this in circle. Around the dragon, moving around dragon in happiness. And the dragon that ate the pirate. Belinda hugged Custard and Mustard licked him. Both appreciated him, but nobody was sad for the pirate who had been eaten. Instead, Ink and Blink started dancing in a happy mood around Custard. So, figure of speech is alliteration. Glossary has been given you. Where is alliteration? Alliteration in which line? You can see the and that. Then stanza 13. But presently up spoke little dog Mustard. I would have been twice as brave if I had not been flustered. Presently means exactly that time spoke the dog. Who is dog? Mustard. And he announced that he would have been 2 times brave, 2 times braver than dragon. if he had not been flustered. Flustered means got nervous. And upspoke Blink. Then Ink and Blink also spoke that they would have also been uh, 2 times, 3 times braver than Custard. We would have been 3 times as brave, we think. So they are thinking that they would be 3 times braver than Custard. And Custard said, yes, I agree that you all are braver than me, that everybody is braver than me. So soft Custard was there. See the paraphrase. However, the animals tried to present excuses for their running away from the scene. Mustard the dog said that he was twice as brave, but it was just momentarily that he got a little nervous. Similarly, Ink and Blink also kept boasting of their bravery. And the last two stanzas, 14 and 15, they are repeated. First and second stanzas are repeated. It means the same routine started, the same things were happening, no change was there. In the same way, they started making fun of Custard, and nobody thought that Custard was actually very brave. Belinda still lives in her little white house with her little black kitten and her little grey mouse and her little yellow dog and her little red wagon and her really and truly little pet dragon. So meanwhile everything has gone back to the normal again. Belinda is living once again in peace with her pets in her white house, and the same routine started. Belinda is as brave as a barrel full of beers, and Ink and Blink chase lions down the stairs. Mustard is as brave as tiger in a rage, but Custard keeps crying for the ninth safe case, and Custard again started demanding for the cage. So in this stanza, we are told that Belinda, Ink, Blink and Mustard are still brave despite knowing that the pirate could have easily killed them all. No, on the other hand, Custard is still a coward and still longs, means demands, desires for the safe case. And in this way the poem ends. Thank you for watching video.